Hello, hello, hello. Happy Saturday morning, everybody. Hope everybody is doing awesome. We've got our little girl here. She's all settled in, apparently. No real fire up here, just a sit and wiggles and a yawn. I think she's kind of my current mood this morning, too. So guys, I hope you are doing good, and I hope you are a little more peppy than this one today for our Saturday workout. It's going to be a sweaty one. It's kind of a longish one, and it's going to be a little bit intense. So I hope you are ready to work. I want to keep the intro as short as possible because the workout on the clock was 59 minutes, so you got to get it going. So what are we doing today? We're doing a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 workout. So what does that mean? Super briefly, we're going to work out for 5 minutes straight, take a break. 4 minutes straight, take a break. 3 minutes straight, break, 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 right? And the breaks between each one gets a little shorter. So after working for 5 minutes, obviously we break for a little longer. 4 minutes, the break gets shorter. 3 minutes, shorter, shorter, shorter. Okay? So that's kind of the format that we're working in. We're doing full body plus cardio. So each group of minutes, each set is going to work a certain body part or cardio. So we are going to do 5 minutes of lower body, 4 minutes of upper body, 3 minutes of cardio that's also legs, 2 minutes of upper body, and 1 minute of core. So that's how we're working today. So normally I tell you what you need up front, but I wanted to tell you that part first so you know what to look for when I say a full weight selection. You're going to need something to kind of facilitate upper body and lower body. So a light, medium, heavy that'll work for your whole body will be perfect. You're also going to want a mini band. So mini band, whoop, whoop, yep, just let those go. That's my sliders. We don't need those today. So you're going to need a mini band. So that's either going to be something like this or something like this. The mini bands are circular resistance bands, color coded. You have a set. Usually they're coded kind of like a stoplight. So that's what you're looking for. Either something like this, or if you have one of these nice fabric ones, they provide a lot more resistance. Some of us aren't quite ready for them, and I'm not kidding, because even the lightest ones are pretty heavy usually. So, but they are great if you are kind of graduated past the rubber bands, and they're also great because they don't roll like the rubber bands. And you also need something to elevate your heels. So I said in my example in the post, a book would work perfectly, like a hardback book. I'm going to use a weight plate that I have sitting back here. It just happened to be sitting right there, so that was easy for me. But just something that you can elevate your heels on, that'll stay in place, not flip over, and hold your weight. And then lastly, just your yoga mat or whatever it is you put in the floor to keep yourself comfy while we work. So that is what you're going to need today. I think I've already covered the format. So the timer is going to do all the work. We don't have to count reps. We don't have to do anything like that. The timer is going to do everything. We just move our bodies. Speaking of move your bodies, make sure you modify as needed. We all have injuries, bumps, aches, pains. So modify as you need. Meet your body where it's at. We like to push it. We like to challenge it. But remember, there's certain things that we don't push or challenge, like joint pain or chronic injury that it doesn't help to work it, things like that. So just listen to your body. I always try to give you modifications. Like I said, I'm feeling kind of sluggish today, so I may give you some modifications that I'm feeling today. And if you don't know how to modify, just leave me a message, comment, and I will be happy to help you. I will check between each segment, so if you ask me early on, I'll be able to get you set up for the next couple of rounds. And lastly, the couple things I always ask, please like, share, subscribe, do all of those things that help get more people paying attention to us here at Strong Style Fitness. We've been doing this a long time. I know a lot of people are going back to the gym and things like that, so it's harder to attract people to this kind of fitness. But I think it does still apply for a lot of people who would prefer to work out at home for a multitude of reasons. So please help us get this word out. And lastly, if you wish to donate any funds for these classes, Venmo at Strong Style Fit is where you will find me, and that is where you can donate. Again, it is the only payment I receive for these classes, so anything you can give is greatly appreciated. So I think that covers everything. So go ahead and get your weights together if you haven't yet. Our upper body portion, weights will be optional. So it just depends on where you want to challenge yourself. I'm not sure what I just said, if I said upper or lower. So let me go back to that. Our 5-minute lower body segment, weights will be optional. If you want to really challenge yourself today, grab yourself some weights. If you're like, kind of riding the struggle bus like me today, then you can use no weights and you're still going to get a great workout for sure. So I'm going to grab some, see how I feel. We'll go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and pick out my weights, grab some water, and then I'll check on the video and we will get started here in just a moment. Alright guys, I'll be right back. All right. So I'm going to show you the first exercise, and then from there on out, I'll just have to show you as we go. So just be patient because in this first round, you won't know what the exercise is. There's no breaks between exercises. So you're going to lose a few seconds hearing what the exercise is and getting started. So just be patient with the first round, and in the next 2 rounds, you'll know exactly what to do and it won't be a big deal, okay? So just don't get frustrated. The first round, you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. The clock's ticking. But the first exercise, we're going to do an elevated heel goblet squat. So we've got our heels up on our elevation item, I'll call it. We've got our toes flared out to like a 10 and 2, okay? And then if you're going to choose a weight, you can hold it here or you can hold it bow tie style here. And then we're going to just sit our hips back into a squat, knees flare out, and we stand. So having those heels elevated really gives you that nice zipper feeling up your legs and squeezes your tush at the top. All right, guys, so I'm going to hit start. We're going to go in 3, 2, and 1. Clock is ticking. Let's work. Good. So you probably feel from having your heels elevated that when you straighten those legs at the top, that kind of automatically gives you that little tush squeeze. So really lean into that, and I don't mean lean physically, I mean really give it that extra squeeze up at the top. And yes, I know we're doing something here that I normally don't advocate, which is our knees are going out beyond our toes. In certain scenarios, that's okay. You think about it, there's a lot of functional things we do in our life where our knees go beyond our toes, so it's okay. Depth is your choice, wherever you want to be. Perfect. So from here, remember, no break. We're going back lunge to a curtsy. So I'm going to start with my left leg to the front. So we're going to step back into our back lunge, up, and then curtsy. Woo! My weight's throwing my balance off. So we're going back lunge, up, curtsy, back. Back lunge, up, curtsy, up. So I'm taking a little extra challenge, especially since I don't have weight, to really barely touch down or not touch down at all when I come to stand. So that's a way you can add some extra challenge without having a weight. Other side. So there's all sorts of ways to up your challenge game without just throwing a heavy weight at it, right? I said today I'm feeling a little sluggish, not quite on top of my game. So instead of throwing a weight at it, I'm going to throw some balance challenge to it, some single leg work to it. Really focus on form, making sure my hips are staying in alignment. And I don't know about you, my leg's on fire. Woo! All right, guys, we're going to come down to the floor and grab our band. We're going to do froggy bridge. If you know what that is, go right to it. You don't have to wait for me. All right. Otherwise, meet me on the floor on your back. Feet together. We push up into bridge. And as we push up, we open up our legs. And then narrow, drop them. Push hips. Open knees. Close, down. Push through hips. Open knees. Close, down. And you've got your feet either side by side or almost exactly side by side. You can have a little bit of space if that feels better, but you want them close. Perfect. Now come on up. And you can leave the band on if your band's not too tight. This is a really tight band, so I'm going to kick mine off. But if you have a band that's not too tight on your legs, you can leave it on. And we're going to do bear squats. So we're in tabletop. We push that floor away. Lift our knees. Sit back. Push forward. Sit back. Push. Strong through our hands, wide fingers, pushing that floor away. Neck in alignment, push forward, squat it back. Push forward, squat it back. You can also come up higher if you need to. Perfect. That's our break. We get 1 minute, recover. So now, you want your upper body weights here. So we've got 1, 2 standing, 2 on the floor. We've got high pull, scoop Arnold's, chest fly, dumbbell pullover. I know that's a lot to remember, but just so you can grab some weights quickly. Whew, 25 seconds. I'm going to pop around real quick and check the video. All right, looking good. For about 10 seconds, guys. We're starting with high pull. So we're here, pulling those elbows up and back. Got shoulders nice and long. We pull up and back. Up and back. Like you're rolling those shoulder blades down your back, tips of the shoulder blades, driving towards your spine. Or in yoga they'll say, like you're trying to push them to the back of your heart. So you may see high pull a lot where these elbows are coming way up here. I can't get down with that. If that's your jam and you do it and you found a way to do it safely, I'm not going to stand in your way, but I am not going to do that exercise. It sets off every red flag I know about form. Make sure your neck is nice and long. Shoulders are down away from your ears. All right, we've got scoop Arnold's. So this is a new one. We're going to make 90-degree bend here. We're going to scoop back and scoop it up. Open, close. Scoop back, scoop it up. Open, close. Back, up, open, close. So we're working shoulders and chest here, and some biceps, all in one movement. After here, we're going to be coming down to the floor. So when you start hearing that 3, 2, 1 countdown, usually I say, don't stop working. In this instance, I'm going to say, start making your way to the floor when you hear those ticks. Come on down. All right, so from here, we're doing chest fly. So, got those weights over our chest, not our throat. Weights over chest, bending those elbows. We open up wide and close. Now, as you open up wide, guys, I like to also squeeze my shoulder blades in the back. That provides some support to my chest and to my shoulders. A little extra work. Because while there is some work in your chest when you open, for sure, the main work is when you close in your chest. So here, your shoulders are supporting your chest by engaging them behind you, and then you squeeze that chest to the front. Awesome. All right, guys, set those weights down. You need a heavy weight here, so make sure you get up and grab that safely. I'm going to lay it to my chest, lay it back, and we've got dumbbell pullovers. So we've got weight over our chest in a goblet position. We drop the weight overhead with a bend in our elbows, and then pull back over. And pull. And pull. Just keeping a nice bend in those elbows. You don't want this big heavy weight dropping back with straight arms. That is cruising for a bruising right there. We're working our back muscles, our lats. Beautiful. If you have that heavy weight, put it to your chest. And for me, I like to just kind of roll it off to the side. Since it's one weight, that's easy to do. All right. So we've got a 45-second break here. So we're down to 33 seconds already. So now we're going to our cardio and legs portion. So we're working legs again, but we're also adding some cardio. Also, there's already cardio to how we're moving just because of this fast pace. So like I'm a little breathy right now, even though technically we've done nothing that's cardio per se. So at 4 seconds, we're doing drop squats. Forgive me. I need a sip. All right, so drop squats. I'll show you the impact and then the no impact version. So impact version, we jump out and land in our squat, and then we jump together and land in a narrow squat. Jump wide, jump narrow. Jump wide, jump narrow. Or step out, step in. Step out, step in. So we're still getting a wide squat, a narrow squat. We just don't have the impact. To get the cardio, move it faster. Okay? So either place you want to be. Just make sure if you're jumping, you're landing lightly. And your jumps don't have to be big. My toes are barely leaving the floor because jumping is usually not for me. I probably won't do it the whole class. Skaters. I'll show you impact and no impact. So, skaters, no impact version. Take a big step, like a power skater, right? So that's your push, like if you were pushing that skate back. So we're sitting into this front leg. The other one comes behind you, like a big push of a power skater. Or you can pick it up and make it a tiny little hop. Or not even a hop, just kind of a weight transfer. Or you can make it big. Really jump. Just remember, if you're jumping, any exercise I'm telling you to jump, you've got to land light, light, light. Let those muscles catch you, not your joints. That's why you land in the squat. All right. Front kicks. We stand tall, and we're going to kick to the front like we're pushing something away. So we're not rocket kicking. It's a push away. Push, push. So you pick up that knee and extend. Knee extend. Boom, boom. So it's a pick up, push out. Add some arms to really get that cardio up. It's not about how high you kick. So you can be here. It's fine. Wherever it feels good for you. Using that hip. Pick up and push. Pick up. Push. Push. Woo! 30-second break. Guys, back to the jumping. Just to cover that real quick. I said you want to land into that squat because that means your muscles are catching and lowering you versus jarring into your joints, okay? That's the difference. If you land with a straight leg, that's just bone on bone versus muscle. All right, we've got Zottman or Zottman curls. So take on a bicep curl. So we've got our grip facing forward. That is important here. We're going to curl to the top, flip our weights, lower them down. Flip, curl, flip, lower. Flip, curl, lower. So we're working two things here. We're working our biceps, and we hit it in a different place when we flip and lower. We're also working our forearm strength, which for a lot of us is non-existent. For me, I've always, I guess just from sports, always had pretty strong, what I feel like was big forearms. Probably not, but just felt that way. But a lot of us don't have that at all. All right, so we're doing a combination of two exercises here. We're going to do 5 tricep push-ups and then come to our knees and do tricep extensions until we're done. So tricep push-up. I'm going to be on my knees. I recommend you do the same. Hands right under shoulders. Elbows come straight back past your ribs. Push up. 2. So see, my elbows aren't flaring out at all. Coming right past my ribs. 5. If you're not at 5 yet, that's fine. Take your time. Once you're done, come up to knees, overhead triceps to the finish. Good. Got 30 seconds, and then we have our minute exercise. So guys, on those tricep push-ups, if doing it on the floor, even modified, is too challenging, which it is hard, for sure, you can do them on the wall, and then just do your overhead triceps standing. No big deal. Tricep push-up on the wall for 5, overhead triceps standing. We've got 1 exercise left, 1 minute. Plank. Come around. Hands nice and wide. Chest pushing forward. Step back. So we've got our heart shining forward. We're not caved in. Heart shining forward. Push that floor away. Big, strong hands. Wide fingers. Really pushing through that L of your index finger and your thumb. Belly lifts up. Lower belly up and in. Driving through those heels. If you need to modify, just drop your knees straight down. Okay, so we don't modify here in tabletop unless we're a very beginner and we need to, and then that's okay. But a lot of people think tabletop is the modification, and it's not. This is your middle ground. Perfect, come on up. So here we get a lengthy break. We get 2 minutes here to catch our breath and recover. That's a lot of work, guys. That's 5, 9, 12, that's 15 minutes of work with not much breaking. So, take this opportunity, towel off, get your water. You just want to make sure in these 2 minutes that you don't cool off completely. I feel like if you're working hard, then you would not be able to cool off completely in 2 minutes, but if you're in a very, very, very well air-conditioned house, maybe you would. I'm having water bottle malfunctions today. All right, guys, I'm going to check on the video real quick. Be right back. Hey, Caroline. Good morning. So happy you're here. It gives me energy to know that somebody is on the other end of this camera. Sometimes that's the hardest part, is not getting that feedback, you know, that like personal connection. Like just knowing that you're there. I'm like, oh, okay, awesome. So guys, we got about 27 seconds. So this next 2 rounds should go much smoother. You've done this before. There's not as much clunkiness of what am I doing? What do I need to grab? You might want to rearrange your weights. Like I kind of made a mess of my space with my weights, so you might want to make them a little more practical. But hopefully from here on out, it's all going to make sense and be a lot easier. I'm going to grab, we got about 3 seconds, so goblet squat with those elevated heels. Heels up, toes out. If you're using the weight, we've got it to our chest, and let's go. The only reason why I personally prefer to hold this way in a lot of situations is because when I hold here, I let my shoulders kind of cave in. I can't get my hands this narrow and have my chest open at the same time. So I like it here because I can really keep my chest nice and open and tall. Really zip up those legs. Whoop. Squeeze that booty at the top. Make sure you're keeping those feet flat. Make sure you're elevating your heels. Doesn't make you roll to the inside or the outside. All right, get that back lunge with the curtsy. Again, I'm going to stay out of the way, but you are welcome. Back lunge, curtsy. So like before, I'm adding my challenge. Instead of weights, I'm trying to not touch down with the moving leg as I come to the front. Now your curtsies, guys, remember we've been talking about, we don't have to make them so wide. If you make them too wide, then you get your hips, your knees, everything out of alignment. Woo! All right, other side. Right leg forward, back, curtsy. Woo. Yeah, I feel like this one, by adding that no touchdown, whew, I'm just fine without the weights. Plenty of burn. right leg should be creeping towards on fire, if not already on fire. Make sure you're keeping that weight towards the back of your plant foot. Down to the floor, froggy bridge. So guys, I'll say it again for all of these exercises, really. On the 3, 2, 1, I know I never encourage you to stop. In this particular class, it is a good idea to use that 3, 2, 1 as your preparation for the next exercise. So again, we've got our feet narrow. Squeeze our booty to lift our hips. And then we squeeze the outer booty to open those legs. All right. Bear squats coming up. Flip it. Oh, I'm leaving little sweat angels. So not a girly girl. All right, we're in tabletop, chest nice and forward, toes under, lift, back, and push. Back, and push. And again, knees can come higher if being down this low hurts. Push those hips back, drive forward. Super intensive in those quads. Ding! 1 minute rest. Next up, we've got our upper body. Our upper body is very shoulders. This part is very shoulders and chest. We've got high pull, scoop Arnold's, chest fly, dumbbell pullover. So, I think that might have been my first on-camera sneeze. So those are probably medium weight, medium weight, medium weight, 1 heavy weight, probably. So what you're looking at. Got 20 seconds. All right, guys, you're just about there. Go ahead and grab those weights. All right, high pull. So I'm going to get those shoulders back and down. Relax them away from your neck. Elbows come up and back. Up and back. Really engage in the back of those shoulders. Driving that chest forward. So it's a nice chest opener while working the back of those shoulders. Good job, guys. Sweat is real today. So these 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s are so great. Man, you stay warm the whole time, you stay sweaty the whole time between the work and the pace. All right, scoop Arnold's. So we've got that 90-degree bend. We scoop back, up, open, close. So just be mindful when you're scooping that you're not doing this and then this. You're keeping that neck and shoulders down. If it's too difficult to get the scoop back, then don't scoop back. So here's the scoop back and forward. If you can't scoop back without dipping your shoulders up, then just stop here. lift, open, okay? Whew. This works triceps too, apparently. Mine are on fire. Almost there. Woo! You guys. All right, to the floor. Chest flat. Man, is it just me? Go scoop Arnold. All right, chest flat. Weights over our chest. Bend those elbows. Engage through the back. Squeeze through the chest. Engage through the back. This is another tip that I picked up. You know, I have this chronic thing in my right shoulder. And this was a little tip I picked up, again, to help protect your shoulder. It's been a game changer for sure. Dumbbell pullover. Let's grab that one heavy weight and bring it back safely. Pull it over. Drop it back. Pull it over. So this is a great one. This and chest fly both. If you have a stability ball and you want to do these two on a stability ball, you can get a lot better range of motion. Or on a bench, of course, than on the floor. You see on the floor here, I get stopped by the floor with my weight. But you can actually take your weight back, your arms all the way back even with your head if that feels good for you. It's just impossible to do on the floor. So if you have a stability ball or a bench, that's a great way to get that longer range of motion. Same for the chest fly. All right, roll it off. Same for the chest fly. If I open, I'm stopped by the floor, when actually it is safe to go a little bit beyond your body if you want in a chest fly. So again, that can be accomplished by being on a bench or on a ball. All right, guys, we've got 30 seconds now left on our break. So we've got our cardio and legs portion. Make sure you are drinking your water at every opportunity, please. 10 seconds. We've got drop squats, we've got skaters, front kicks. I'll show you both variations again of the modified, the impact, no impact. So, drop squat. Squat narrow, jump wide. Jump narrow, jump wide. Sitting back into that deep chair, so don't let the jumping throw you off. You're still sitting your hips back. Or you squat to the middle, out at a quicker pace to get that cardio up. Make sure you're using your arms. Whatever arms feel good, if this feels good, whatever way, doesn't matter. Just throw some arms in there too. Anytime we move arms and legs together, cardio is sure to follow. 10 seconds. All right, skaters. So remember, you've actually got a couple levels of impact for skaters. So you can step across, and back. Remember, this is your push leg. So really imagine you've got like an ice skate and you're pushing off hard behind you. Or you can come up to like a tiptoe and push across. Push across. So it's not really impact. My feet's not leaving the floor. I'm just kind of putting a little bounce to it. Or full jump. Now you can jump even bigger than this. That's just not the cards for me. Again, making sure you're landing soft and that you're landing into that squat. You're not landing into a straight leg and then squatting. someone has come up to you and you are telling them to back off. Get off me. Lead with that heel. Boom, boom. Okay, you can use some arms. Or if your cardio is a little higher than you're comfortable with, just leave the arms here, and that'll help calm it down a little bit. Or you can always adjust your pace if it's still a little too much. All right, 30 seconds. You got the Zottman curl, and then the 5 tricep push-ups, overhead extension. So if you're on the wall, you got your hands right underneath your shoulders, elbows come back, push up. You can also meet in the middle and do, like on an elevated surface, like a countertop or something like that. If the wall isn't enough, but the floor is too much, you can meet somewhere in the middle, a countertop, back of the couch, something like that. Lift, flip, lower. Make sure you're controlling that lower. Don't just let them swing down. Lift, lower it just like you do when you lift it. Notice I'm definitely going lighter in my bicep curl because I'm not able to lower my normal bicep curl weight. Or I maybe could, but not for a minute. Under 10 seconds. Come on down to the floor. Right, tricep push-up or on the wall. Remember, we're just doing 5. Elbows straight back. Push up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I do those a lot, and they're still really hard. But that being said, you might need to move slower than I just moved, because sometimes we really got to push through those. So that's why I say 5 at your pace, and then we just overhead tricep to the finish. You take as long as you need with those 5. Triceps were like, so when is that clock going to start ticking? All right, guys, we got 30 seconds here, and we've got our 1-minute plank. So yeah, those tricep push-ups are no joke. It is only lots and lots and lots and lots of yoga that have made me able, and as you see, I'm still doing them on my toes, or on my knees. In class, I can flow through it on my toes, but to just push them up, nope. All right, 1-minute plank, wide hand. We're going to set it up right every time. Push that chest, shine it forward. Shoulders back and down. Step it back. So here, chest, heart shines forward. Push through those hands. Wide, wide fingers. Head and neck in line with your spine so you don't be dropped down or craned up. Belly engages. Lower belly comes up and in. Drive through those heels. And again, if you need to modify, just drop your knees straight down. That's your modification. To under 10 seconds, guys. Hang tough. Embrace the shimmy shake. Woo! Push it up. Round 2 is done. It's actually going pretty quick. I thought the way I was feeling this morning, I was like, oh man, This is gonna feel like a lifetime. Ah. But man, I feel like it's actually breezing by pretty quickly. Ah, so you got a minute and 38 seconds left in your break. Make sure you're catching your breath. And again, not getting cold. So if you're in a place where you feel like you might completely cool off, make sure you keep marching, something like that. But I'm telling you, with this workout, you should not be in a place where you'll be cold in a minute and 20 seconds. Unless you are intentionally taking it easy, working your way back from an injury, an illness, something like that. But if you're coming in able-bodied and strong, whew, you should not be cooled off. Okay, so we got a minute left on our break. We're gonna go through all this one more time, and we'll be all set for our weekend. I'm gonna check the video, I'll be right back. I know, Caroline, I know. Bear squats are torture. They're just so good. I haven't used them a lot lately. They're so like quad isolating. Like I feel like, without a machine, there's a lot of machines where you can isolate your quads, you get 30 seconds. But otherwise, and like single leg squats to some degree, I just feel like there's so few exercises that are body weight or dumbbells that isolate quads. Like your booty is always working, right? Those bear squats though were like, I mean, aside from your shoulders holding your upper body, it is quad city. All right, guys, it's that time. Grab your weight. We've got goblet squats. So the beauty part, if you're struggling, if you're having a hard time with this workout, think about it this way. Everything that you do in this workout, this is the last time you have to do it today. Sometimes that gets people through. Again, zip up those legs. Zip that tush at the top. And make sure, even though you're elevated on those heels, that your feet are still flat. Like I'm inclined to roll towards the outside of my feet. So I'm having to really think about pushing through. And yes, I just sank all the way down to the floor. That was just me stretching. That's not what you need to do in your squat. I've had a lot of tightness in my booty lately. And sometimes this just feels really good, I'm not gonna lie. All right. We've got that back lunge with the curtsy. Whew. The left leg forward. Back lunge. Curtsy. Back lunge. Curtsy. Whew. Feeling that burn, burn, burn. Getting all that weight towards the back of that plant foot. You always want to have your whole foot firmly planted, but your focus point is the back of that foot, towards the heel. I worry sometimes, because I know myself, I'm very literal with my body movement. So if you say X needs to happen, X is going to happen. And so when I say, put all your weight towards your heel, I know some of us literalists will like have our foot raised off the floor and be on only our heel. And that's not where we want to be. But we do want that to be the driving force. Whew. Come on down. Froggy bridge. Press up. Open. So your hip lift, you're squeezing more towards the center of your booty, and then your open is those outside edges. So your head, nose, booty muscles in two different places. It's really two different booty muscles, to be honest, but I won't get all science on you. Whew. Right now, none of my blood is in my brain. It's all in my body. So I'm not going to bug you with science. All right, Caroline, last round, bear squats. Chest forward, strong hands. Curl the toes, lift, push. Here she is. Here's your motivation to finish your bear squats. It's Little Rue. You live in a bear squat. You do. You live in a bear squat. Oh, so many kisses on my arm. A little gross, but very sweet. Under 10 seconds. You got it. I know my legs are on fire. Woo! Holy smokes. 1 minute break. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for it. Oh. All right, guys. That's our last 5-minute segment. Woo! It only gets shorter from here. Right? That's our positive. Hi, Rizzo. Hi. What? Are you so happy? Oh. Do you like Caroline? Do you like Caroline? You do? Do you want to give a high five for her? High fives for Caroline? Good girl. One more? Yeah! That one's for you. All right, guys. 15 seconds. High pull. Scoop Arnold. Chest fly. Pull over. One more quick drink. Whew. And now two. All right. High pulls. Shoulders back and down. Elbows up and back. So again, it's like you're rolling your shoulders, those shoulder blades down your spine. Where the point's almost like cup into your back. Push that chest forward, nice and proud. Weights are close to the body. Man, that 5-minute round got me. Almost there, under 10. Whew. All right, scoop Arnold's. So remember, at the scoop here, you can't scoop back without raising your shoulders up. And just omit the scoop and just stop at your body and then come up. Open. Woo-wee. These weights are feeling real heavy. Slow my pace down just a little bit. 15 seconds. Five. Come on down to a 4. Right, chest fly. Let's get yourself set. Weights over the chest, bend in those elbows. Engage through the back of the shoulders. Squeeze that chest tight to the middle. Engage the back. Squeeze to the front. Squeeze to the back. Squeeze to the front. Making sure those weights stay over your chest. They don't start creeping forward. They tend to not creep backwards. They always tend to creep towards your head. Pull overs. Come on up. Grab that weight. Perfect. So get that goblet position. Roll those shoulders down. Weight over the chest. Drop it back. Keeping that bend in your elbows. Make sure you've got that belly nice and tight because your belly's doing some work here too. I've noticed if I go too heavy with these, I have actually pulled a muscle up in my belly before because my belly was like, whoa, trying to keep up. I couldn't quite keep up with what my upper body was wanting to do. I think it was one of our heavy weights class. I was like, whoa, my belly is angry. Whew. Beautiful. 4 minutes down. We've just got a 3, a 2, and a 1 left. That is the nice part about these, is that it's like a downhill. All right, we got 27 seconds. So we got our legs plus cardio, drop squats, skaters, front kicks. 15 seconds. We're almost done, Miss Rue. Almost done. Whew. All right, drop squats. So we are narrow. And you also might notice if you've been jumping the whole time, or even if you've not been jumping the whole time, you're just periodically jumping. We're this far into the workout, legs might be getting a little tired. So if you're jumping and you just can't stop from landing hard, then go to your modification. So your modification, middle, out, middle, out, middle, out, okay? That's one of the things that's definitely a signal that our legs are wearing out, is that we can't land softly. 10 seconds. All right. Skaters. So, modification, step, push. Don't forget that feeling of I'm pushing, driving with this back leg. Again, you got lots of levels here. Step across, up to your toes and push across. Lightly hop across, or full jump. Lots of options here. Again, landing lightly, pushing through this back leg, sweeping it back with power, with intention, not just letting it kind of dangle behind you. Power skaters, it's called skaters. Front kicks. Hi. Make sure I don't front kick you. All right. Up. Lead with that heel. Boom. Boom. Keeping that core nice and tight. Breathe in. This brings me back to my kickboxing days. Good. Be strong. Knee up, kick out. Knee up, push out. Boom, boom. It's a power kick. Pushing something away. Beautiful. 30 seconds break. Then we've got Zottman curls and that last tricep series. And 1 minute plank. And we are done. Pretty unbelievable. I'm just using my break to tidy up here. All right. Grab that bicep weight. And I just realized I put my tricep weight away, but it's the same as these two weights, so I'll just use 2 weights for the last round. I see you wiggling. You like Zottman curls? Good. Make sure we're lowering those weights with control. Forearm strength city here. Super important to build. I know nobody's goal usually is to get big forearms, but if your goal is to start lifting heavier, and I don't mean powerlifting, I mean you just hope to continue increasing your weights over time, but forearm strength is super important the heavier your weights get. All right, lower it down. Tricep push-ups and overhead triceps. Watch out, Lucy. So we got 5. Remember, hands right under shoulders, elbows past those ribs, push. 2, 3, 4, 5. Up to knees when you're there. I've got 2 weights, only because I put my single weight up. Overhead tricep to the finish. So yeah, as you hope to increase your weights, you need that forearm strength and that grip strength to be able to hold on. It's definitely a big challenge for me in the beginning. And still days when it's a lot of heavy lifting, my grip just... So that Zottman curl is a great way to work on that. Now, that is it. We've got 1 minute plank left, and we are done. I literally was doing farmer's carry, which we don't do in class because you walk around and you can't really see me, but you hold the heaviest weights you can. And mine were so heavy, I couldn't even hold them. So my trainer at the time, like ace bandaged them to my hands. All right, wide fingers, kisses from Rizzo's, chest forward, spine alignment. Step those feet back. Walk through that form 1 more time. We've got our head and our neck in line with our spine. Pushing our fingers away, hands away from the floor, strong and wide. Heart shines forward, and that caved up. Belly up and in. Driving through those heels. And breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You start shaking. There's nothing wrong. It's just your muscles starting to fatigue, but you're okay. Focus on that L part of your hand, the index finger and the thumb to push. Yes! Come on up. Or fall down and lay on the floor. Wherever you want to be. That is perfectly fine. Guys, we did it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 rounds. Solid 59 minutes of work. You did it. We got full body. We got arms. We got chest, shoulders, back, biceps, triceps, quads, glutes, core, forearms, cardio. That is everything you can ask for really and more in 59 minutes of work. So I hope you are sweaty and hot and fatigued and proud as hell about what you did. That was a really intense and a really good workout. And I'll be honest, I came in feeling like I wanted to do nothing but lay on the couch, and I feel so much better. So some days you just get out there and try, and you might surprise yourself, right? So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the workout, even if it kicked your butt. I hope it was great. As always, please like, share, subscribe, do anything you can to help promote what I feel like is some pretty awesome stuff here that we're doing at Strong Style Fitness. And lastly, if you wish to donate any funds, Strong Style Fit on Venmo is where you'll find me. And for those of you who have given, thank you so very much. I will admit sometimes it's hard to come out here knowing that maybe no one's out there live with me and you don't feel like you're making much of a difference. So it's really great to see your comments, to see your feedback, to see your donations, and to know that it does matter. So thanks guys for that. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you very soon. Mwah.